Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, a suspect in custody in the killing of Charlie Kirk. New hope for the housing market, and I am live from Niagara Falls. The big reveal in just a moment.
Breaking news for our viewers in the West. A suspect in custody.
I think with a high degree of certainty, we have him in custody.
What authorities are learning right now after the FBI released this new video overnight, showing a man running across the roof and jumping off the side. How he fled the scene. Now, what we're learning about the investigation and the killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Authorities analyzing the fingerprints and footprints on that roof. The rifle found in the woods. The vice president escorting Kirk's casket aboard Air Force Two overnight. Kirk's widow, Erica, seen holding hands with the second lady.
Also this morning, the family of the 23-year-old Ukrainian refugee killed on a Charlotte light rail train speaking out.
Irina was the glue of the family.
Only on GMA.
Not cleared for takeoff. A JetBlue plane clipping a terminal window.
New housing market hope. Mortgage rates with their biggest weekly drop in a year. What it means for home buyers and anyone trying to refinance.
Breaking overnight, Prince Harry's new surprise visit after seeing his father, King Charles, for the first time in over a year and a half.
Massive $725 million settlement. Facebook now sending payments to some users. Are you eligible for cash?
Countdown to the Emmys.
Kind of like the best feeling in the world.
The Bear versus Abbott Elementary. The Women of the White Lotus, and more.
Wide open touchdown. Tucker Craft.
Leaping to victory. Overnight, all the love for Jordan Love, Tucker Kraft, and the Packers. Plus, we're live with Bills Mafia.
It's like having a superpower.
With a big surprise from Buffalo star Damar Hamlin.
And we're falling for all the Friday fields, overlooking one of the most powerful waterfalls in the world. I am here live from the magnificent Niagara Falls as our 50 States in 50 Weeks tour hits New York. The GMA team bringing you its awesome power.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Friday. Good morning, America.
And we do say good morning, America. Happy Friday. It is great to be here with you, Deborah, and you, Will. And we have a very big show ahead. Take a look where Michael is this morning.
Wow.
It is one of America's natural wonders, Niagara Falls. Michael, it is stunning just to see the force of that water behind you.
You know, it really is beautiful, Rebecca. I thought you were calling me one of the natural beauties. But yes, the Niagara Falls is a natural beauty. And you know, the sheer force of nature in play here just makes you go, wow. You really can't believe it. The Niagara Falls is one of the most powerful waterfalls in the world. More than 700,000 gallons of water every second flows over these falls. And we're going to show you a unique way to explore the falls when we come back, Rebecca.
You are a force, Michael, and we're looking forward to more from you just ahead. But first, we want to get to the latest on our top story this morning. The FBI has released pictures of a person of interest in the hunt for Charlie Kirk's killer, the prominent conservative activist who was gunned down as he spoke at an event at a Utah college. Our chief national correspondent, Matt Gutman, starts us off on the scene this morning with the new video released overnight of the suspected shooter appearing to escape from a campus building. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Rebecca. And what's so remarkable about that video is how soon after the shooting that suspect was able to pick up, scamper across that campus roof, and then jump off of it and then sort of jog off of campus. What's also remarkable, nearly 2 days after the shooting, is how much the FBI and other authorities are relying on the public for information.
This morning, authorities releasing new video showing the man they believe shot conservative activist Charlie Kirk fleeing the scene and narrating the suspect's movements moments after that shot rang out in front of thousands.
The suspect ran behind that upper building. He's going to come out on the right, moves to this far right corner. As he does, he's going to climb off the edge and then drop down to the ground.
The suspect then seen leaving the scene. He goes from a jog to a walk. But authorities say he left behind possible identifying clues, like prints on the side of the building where he came down. And these footprints on the roof, along with prints they believe are from the shooter's palm and forearm. Authorities also highlighting the suspect's clothes, dressed in a black shirt emblazoned with the American flag with an eagle, ball cap with a triangle logo, and sunglasses. Officials also noting that backpack he was carrying. But it's not enough for an ID, and authorities are pleading with the public for help.
We appreciate the media and the partnership we have with you in helping us to get information out to the public so that we can catch this assassin and hold him accountable. We cannot do our job without the public's help right now.
In the 36 hours since the shooting, authorities say they've managed to piece together the gunman's movements. And as Charlie Kirk fired up the crowd, authorities believe the sniper waited and watched on the roof for over 20 minutes, perched more than 100 yards from Kirk, and pulling the trigger at 12:23 p.m. after Kirk answered a question about mass shootings.
Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
This video then appearing to show a person on top of a nearby building running away the moment after the shot is fired. Drone video showing that same position after the shooting.
Oh my goodness, he's coming right here.
SWAT team members then searching homes close to campus. On Thursday, forensics teams sweeping through.
And right here you can see members of the FBI's evidence response team combing this neighborhood. They're right there across the street. And earlier yesterday, workers at this construction site said that SWAT team members went into that house, guns drawn, asking whether the suspect had walked through that house on his way out of campus.
And in a wooded area where the shooter fled, authorities finding what they believe to be the murder weapon, a high-powered bolt-action rifle found wrapped in a towel, 3 unfired rounds still inside, inscribed with words and symbols currently being pored over by authorities. Kirk was a 31-year-old father of 2 and a close ally of the Trump administration. Overnight, Vice President J.D. Vance escorting his casket from Utah to Arizona aboard Air Force 2. Kirk's widow, Erica, seen leaving the aircraft holding hands with Second Lady Usha Vance. And President Trump posthumously awarding Kirk the Presidential Medal of Freedom, saying he plans to attend his funeral.
Are you going to go to Charlie Kirk's funeral, sir?
I will be.
You will? Do you know when that will be?
I believe it's in Arizona, and they've asked me to go, and I think I have an obligation.
And the governor of Utah has said that they will seek the death penalty when they find this suspect. But investigators have been canvassing the neighborhoods behind me for days, leaving leaflets like these, asking for any surveillance video of that white male suspect clad in black. And authorities at this point are offering a $100,000 reward for a tip or information that might lead to an arrest of this suspect. They're hoping for help from the public at this point. They're saying they've received more tips than in any case since the Boston Marathon bombing in 2013, Will.
Wow, Matt Gutman in Utah for us. Matt, thank you. And let's go now to our Chief Justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas. He has the latest on the FBI's investigation into the killing of Charlie Kirk. Pierre, good morning to you.
Well, good morning. Sources tell me that the photographs released by the FBI throughout the day Thursday, along with eyewitness accounts, are already yielding leads pointing to specific names of people who could be that person of interest.
This morning, the FBI doubling down in an all-out campaign to get even more help from the public, believing that there are people out there who will be able to identify the man seen jumping off that roof. In a sign of the importance of the case, FBI Director Kash Patel, who had initially posted on social media a subject was in custody, which law enforcement then walked back, now on the ground in Utah. Patel joining local and state officials at a press conference overnight but not speaking. The FBI and performance of local officials under intense scrutiny as the case unfolds.
We also continue to implore the public to support this investigation and come forward with any information. And we need as much help as we can possibly get.
Police at the briefing last night asking people to pay close attention to the person of interest attire, including the distinctive black shirt with the American flag image. And sources tell us that the high-powered single-bolt action rifle and cartridges recovered along with it have been flown to the FBI lab in Quantico, Virginia, for the most technologically advanced forensic analysis the Bureau has available, hoping to identify any latent fingerprints or DNA. Authorities also trying to run down when and where the gun was purchased to trace its ownership history.
The FBI's call for people to help appears to be paying off. 7,000 tips provided so far. Deborah?
All right, Pierre, so important for the public to step up. Thank you. Well, we're going to turn now to that rash of swatting, false emergency calls that are being made targeting schools around the country. Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katersky is here with the latest. Good morning, Aaron.
And good morning to you, Deborah. American campuses are experiencing an epidemic of hoax calls about bogus shootings and other emergencies. On Thursday alone, these swatting calls panicked at least a dozen schools. Police racing in, chasing phantom threats, many of them racially motivated, targeting historically black colleges and universities. Activities froze at places like Virginia State. Classes are canceled through the weekend at Southern University in Louisiana. Campus shootings are too common now, as we've seen, and police agencies say they must respond as if the threat is real. But the concern here is twofold. Swatting wastes law enforcement resources and sends heavily armed officers into student spaces with their guns drawn. It's extraordinarily dangerous.
Absolutely dangerous indeed, Aaron. Thank you so much for the update. Rebecca?
Also, I want to just turn to Aaron for some more information on this hopeful news for Americans looking to buy a home. The interest rate on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage experiencing its biggest weekly drop in the past year. And Elizabeth Schulze is here with more on that. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning, Rebecca. Mortgage rates now at the lowest level in nearly a year in anticipation of an interest rate cut by the Federal Reserve next week. The average rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage now 6.35%. For most of the year, we've been hovering closer to that 7% range, and this really does make a difference when you're looking at your budget. A $400,000 home loan, 20% down payment. Your monthly payment now is going to be about $138 cheaper than it was in January when we saw those rates at 7%. But home prices are still at record highs in many U.S. cities. No doubt this is still a very challenging market. And we have some new exclusive data this morning from real estate firm CBRE that shows just what that looks like. The average monthly mortgage payment on a new home right now, about $4,500. A new apartment lease, on average, $2,200 a month. In other words, it is more than twice as expensive right now to buy than it is to rent. If you are trying to buy or refinance this fall, might be worth considering an adjustable rate mortgage, guys. Some of those rates are below 6% right now.
All right, that's some hopeful news there.
Yes, it
Elizabeth,
is.
thank you. Great to have you here with us all week. And speaking of weeks, NFL Week 2 is upon us. The Packers and Commanders kicked things off last night, and we can't wait for that Super Bowl rematch that's coming up on Sunday. We've got Sam and Larry here to break it all down, beginning with the Packers' big win. Sports champion, you have the floor.
You know, I feel like this is a competition, Will, so that I have done my research now. And ESPN says the Commanders wanted to distance themselves, by the way, from last season, but the Packers were the ones who were looking impressive. And now they are off to a 2-0 start for the first time since 2020. It was defensive start. Micah Parsons, first home game, but his second game with the Packers now since he was traded from Dallas. You can see him taking it all in as he steps on the field there. He kept the pressure up on Washington star quarterback Jaden Daniels, limiting the offense. Some said and described the offense, Will, I don't know how you would feel, as tepid. All right?
That's fair.
That's a word.
Yeah. All right. Quarterback Jordan Love and tight end Tucker Kraft led the way on offense. Love throwing for nearly 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, while Kraft was on the receiving end of nearly half of those yards. So he picked up about 124 along with 1 touchdown. And this is what I love about football, if there's something that I can say I love about football. They celebrated that touchdown with a Lambeau leap. Now that's where the players jump into the stands and celebrate with fans. It's been a tradition since it happened spontaneously in 1993.
Well done, Sam.
Yeah, there you go.
And as we look ahead, Will, the Kansas City Chiefs will host the Philadelphia Eagles this weekend, and they are looking to avenge their Super Bowl loss. The odds makers not confident, though, making the Chiefs the underdog. That's the first time that's happened to them at home in nearly 3 years. It may have something to do with their first Week 1 game, against the Los Angeles Chargers. Travis Kelce ran into Xavier Worthy and got hurt, knocking him out of the game with a shoulder injury. Kelce blamed himself for the collision, and he also blamed himself for the loss. Hey, it's a team sport. The Eagles, on the other hand, came away from Week 1 with a win against the Dallas Cowboys, so they are ready to rumble. And another big matchup in the AFC East, Jets and Bills. They play this weekend on Sunday afternoon, and a live shot from Buffalo is coming right now. Oh, you just saw a sneak peek of, yes, we're wondering about Taylor, but we want to see Lori. She's in Buffalo with the Bills Mafia. We have more on that, guys. later in the show.
All right. The play-by-play between you two.
It is a competition.
I think you did well.
I like it.
Judging happens later.
And coming up later, we're going to our 50 States in 50 Weeks tour. We are at number 11 on the list, Lara. Our New York, and we're here in New York State, and Michael is in one of the state's spectacular spots, Niagara Falls. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Rebecca, you know, these falls, they're truly amazing. They're amazing. It's an amazing place to visit in person. And we have a great view from the observation deck right here. But there is a new interactive way you can see it, taking you soaring over the falls and beyond. Take a look.
This morning, a new way to experience the awe-inspiring power of Niagara Falls. Soar above the famed waterfalls on Niagara Takes Flight, a new attraction located just steps away from Horseshoe Falls. Custom-built drones taking us closer than ever to the thunderous waters.
You get right up within inches of the Horseshoe Falls.
Visitors strapped in and suspended in a domed theater, getting a bird's-eye view of the falls and the surrounding area.
There's motion simulation, there's effects like wind, mist, scent in some portions of the ride, so it really brings that entire experience to life.
Located on the Canadian side of the falls, the ride, brought to life with help from the Disney Imagineer behind Soarin', gives visitors a glimpse of everything Niagara has to offer.
You know, that's the new way to see the fall. The old-fashioned way is to hop on one of the Maid of the Mist boats right here. You know, they've been taking people right up to the base of the falls since 1846, you guys. You know, the boats, they're all electric, zero emission, and they're powered by the electricity generated by the falls. One of them is named after inventor Nikola Tesla, who helped create the world's first hydroelectric power plant here at Niagara Falls. There's a little history for you.
Yeah, and you can really see why the power comes off of those falls. Everybody in their raincoats.
Yeah. Don't miss the raincoat.
Don't forget
Put
your
the raincoat on.
And don't bother doing your hair.
Remember that was a wedding destination back in the day?
Yeah, exactly.
Honeymoon destination.
All right, Michael, we're going to get more from you in just a few minutes here, but coming up on GMA at 7:30, are you eligible for cash from Facebook? The social media giant now spending payments to some users after the massive $725 million settlement.
Also ahead, Stephanie Ramos spoke with the family of that Ukrainian refugee who was killed on a light rail train in Charlotte. Stephanie, good morning.
Good morning, Will. That's right. The family of Irina Zarutska is speaking out after the disturbing video of the attack was released. What they want the world to know about the 23-year-old and their call for change, only on GMA.
All right, Stephanie, but now Lara has a preview of the Emmys.
All right, we have so much more from Niagara Falls. What better way to see those falls than from that view here on GMA? We will be right back.
Beautiful.
Good morning.
Good morning, America, from Niagara Falls. The water flowing generates millions of kilowatts of hydroelectric power every year, and it's New York's biggest electricity producer. And take a look at what it takes to produce this live broadcast. As you see, we have quite a team here, guys.
Is an incredible team, and what a remarkable big shot of you right there, Michael. We are looking forward to more of you from Niagara Falls just ahead. But first, here on GMA, new at 7:30, the trial of the man accused of trying to assassinate then-candidate Donald Trump outside one of his golf courses last year resumes this morning. Ryan Ruth has chosen to defend himself. He's pleaded not guilty to all charges. Also, a JetBlue plane clipped a terminal window at Richmond International Airport during pushback. Photos show extensive damage to the wing. The plane returned to the gate and another aircraft was brought in as a replacement. Thank goodness no injuries were reported there.
Also, Facebook is issuing payments to users after that massive $725 million privacy lawsuit settlement. The average payment will be $29.42. The maximum amount is $38.36. Anyone who used Facebook between May 2007 and December 2022 was eligible for some of that settlement as long as they filed a claim before August of 2023. And some history last night in the Bronx. Yankees superstar Aaron Judge rising up the record books For the Bronx Bombers, Judge hitting 2 home runs in a win over Detroit last night. That moves him into a tie for 4th place on the team's career home run list, matching Joe DiMaggio's 361 home runs. It will, however, take a little while for him to get to 3rd place, which is Lou Gehrig with 493.
Wow. But if anybody can do it, Judge can do it.
That is correct.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we're going to turn now to a GMA exclusive with the uncle of the 23-year-old Ukrainian refugee who was killed on a Charlotte, North Carolina light rail train. Stephanie Ramos spoke with him, and she's here with us this morning on Good Morning America. Hi, Stephanie.
Hey, good morning, Deborah. Just a heartbreaking conversation. The family of Irina Zarutska, the 23-year-old Ukrainian refugee fatally stabbed on a Charlotte light rail train, says she had never felt unsafe on the train and didn't deserve to lose her life.
This morning, the family of 23-year-old Ukrainian refugee Irina Zarutska, who was murdered on a Charlotte light rail train weeks ago, is speaking out.
Irina was the glue of the family.
Disturbing surveillance video captured her final moments. Irina boarding the train after work, taking a seat. Moments later, she was brutally attacked.
I watched that video and you know, the mannerisms it was just terrible. She didn't deserve that. Nobody does.
Police say the suspect, 34-year-old DeCarlos Brown Jr., has a long arrest record. His family tells ABC News he suffers from schizophrenia and had stopped taking his medication. Irina had come to the U.S. in 2022, fleeing the war in Ukraine. She lived with her uncle, aunt, mother, and siblings, working at a pizza shop while planning for her future.
Her desire was to go to veterinarian school, and she was making plans to do that, and you know, that was taken from us.
Now her family is calling for change to make communities safer.
What would you want people to know, not only about her, but to take away from this senseless murder?
Things have to change. Our country has to change on how we deal with these situations, and you know, that requires our leadership to take action, and I need for them to take action.
For her uncle, justice is about more than the trial. It's about remembering the young woman chasing the American dream.
How would you want her to be remembered?
She had a strong desire to have a better life, and I think that's, you know, really that's what the American dream is. She wanted better things for not just herself, but for her family, and she was working towards that.
Irina's family is heartbroken, as you can imagine. Her uncle telling us she came here to find peace and safety, and instead her life was stolen from her in the most horrific way. Now they hold on to her memories, her love, and her art as well. She was into art. Guys.
Oh, Stephanie, thank you. It's just unconscionable.
Yeah, after she came here to find safety.
Yeah. Now on GMA, we've got a preview of the Emmys. They are on Sunday, and who better to break it all down than the one and only Lara Spencer.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Storyline.
Wow, thank you, everybody. Yeah, it is a huge night this year. From the White House to a resort in Thailand to a galaxy far, far away and more. The shows up for Emmys this year run the gamut, from edgy comedies to sci-fi thrillers to some shows that you just can't really pin down. But they all have one thing in common: the Television Academy and the fans love them. This morning, television's biggest night, cooking up its 77th year.
Doors! 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 Doors!
The Emmys saying a big yes, chef to FX and Hulu's The Bear. The returning Outstanding Comedy winner coming in with 13 nominations, including Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy for Jeremy Allen White.
And not everybody can do it, but I can do it.
Plus, a nod for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy for Ayo Adebri, who also received her first directing nomination.
It's kind of like the best feeling in the world.
The Hotshot Chefs facing off in the Outstanding Comedy Series category against Philly's finest at Abbott Elementary, Quinta Brunson.
She can be the sun and the moon and the planets.
Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Dollar raises too. I like money. I'm still waiting on the paper towels.
And Janelle James.
If anyone has something they want to file, raise your hand. Not about me.
All receiving acting nods. And it's the show's fourth year in a row to be nominated for Outstanding Comedy Series.
I believe we are in crisis.
Andor, receiving 14 nominations, will be battling for Outstanding Drama Series against Severance. That show bringing home 27 noms.
The four of you have become known as the face of Severance reform.
Hulu's Paradise scored 4 acting nominations, including one for Sterling K. Brown in the Outstanding Lead Actor category.
It's like the world's coming apart. Back to the door.
Then there's The White Lotus, the dark comedy diving into the lives of the wealthy and their secrets.
Everyone comes to Thailand, they're either hiding from someone or they're looking for someone.
4 of its stars, Carrie Coon, Parker Posey, Natasha Rothwell, and Amy Lou Wood, all facing off against each other in the Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama category. We started this life together. Michelle Williams receiving her second ever nomination for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Limited or Anthology Series for Dying for Sex, which scored 9 nominations.
Everything out in the open. I love this woman.
As she told us on Good Morning America, it was a role that tested her emotional limits.
I'm laughing, and by the end of it, I'm just a puddle on the ground because of how she faced it on her own terms. And she did it with the person that she loved most in the world, and she did it with humor, and she did it with compassion.
She sure did. She's so good in that show. And there are so many great shows, great performers. Some winners have already been announced at the Creative Arts Emmys, including Bryan Cranston as guest on The Studio. If you haven't seen it, you must.
Good. Always so good.
And also a winner, the wonderful Julie Andrews for her voiceover performance as Lady Whistledown. Little spoiler alert there. She is Lady Whistledown on Bridgerton, so well deserved, and she's a legend. So I'm thrilled she was honored. So Emmy time, everybody. There you go. Start binging.
And there's nothing quite as royal as her voice.
Yeah, exactly.
She's a treasure.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome back, and we're going back to Michael, who's in Niagara Falls for the New York stop on our 50 States in 50 Weeks tour. And Michael, are you misty? What's going on out there? What's happening?
I'm glad you're paying attention.
Actually, it's misty behind me, Sam. I'm actually high enough up to I'm not getting too much mist on me. But I am here at Niagara Falls State Park, as you can see. It's one of New York's most popular tourist attractions and natural wonders. And if you ask people around here, what else makes Western New York great? Well, one of the answers you'll definitely get is the Buffalo Bills. And as one gentleman reminded me this morning, the Bills are the only football team technically in New York. Well, I got it. Lori Bergamato, she's with some members of the Bills Mafia this morning. That's always fun. Hey, Lori.
Hey, Michael, you know it's so fun. That's right. I am here also in Buffalo with these amazing fans who are so excited about this Sunday's big game. But this morning we have a special surprise for a family of Bills fans from none other than Damar Hamlin. Take a look.
Intercepted. Overthrew the man, and Damar Hamlin.
Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin has come a long way from this terrifying moment in 2023 when he went into cardiac arrest on the field.
They are intensely working on Damar Hamlin.
Now, off the field, Hamlin and the Bills making CPR education a priority through the Bills Heartbeat Initiative.
To know CPR and to be able to perform it in a time of need is like having a superpower.
The importance of the initiative clear for one family who attended a Bills practice event last month. Nancy Jambardino watching as her grandson Miles got hands-on CPR education.
I remember very vaguely watching the practice.
Just a short time later, Nancy collapsing. Her daughter, Dr. Andrea Cadell, jumping into action.
Thankfully, the training that I had allowed me to just start CPR. And thankfully, there was such an incredible medical staff and team there that they were able to take over. And they got a pulse back, like she's doing great.
Overnight, Damar Hamlin surprising the family.
What's up, fellas? I got something special for you guys. Ooh.
Giving them tickets to next Thursday's game.
We would love to honor you and your family for just your courageous work.
And some special jerseys.
I wrote something nice and special for you.
I'm so glad you're doing well.
You as well.
And we are also glad that they are doing well. The Bills Heartbeat Initiative doing such important work to empower people with these life-saving skills. Pretty incredible. Go Bills. Michael?
Go Bills. Yeah, great work by Damar Hamlin there as well. And I will say it, go Bills. Good luck to the Bills. And coming up, we're going to introduce you to some of the indigenous people who call this area home in a special live performance of a traditional fish dance. That's all coming up in our next hour.
Breaking news for our viewers in the West. A suspect in custody.
A family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident.
Now, what we're learning about the investigation.
Inscriptions on the 3 unfired casings read, "Hey fascist!" Catch!
And the killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk.
We're live from Vatican City, marking an historic first with a once-in-a-lifetime concert with artists from Andrea Bocelli to Pharrell to Jelly Roll.
From Vatican City, live on Disney+, Hulu, and ABC News Live.
Bringing the world together through music.
I don't need a camera to capture this moment.
Pressing play. Overnight, Ed Sheeran releasing his 8th studio album and a brand new music video. The inspiration behind the sound as he enters a whole new era.
And we're in the New York groove this morning, live, witnessing the awesome power of Niagara Falls for the latest stop on our 50 States in 50 Weeks tour. The Empire State, home of the Gateway to America, the nation's first pizzeria, and Lori B is excited to be with Bill's Mafia, fresh off Josh Allen and Buffalo's dramatic comeback win. And we're saying,
Good morning, America! Let's go, Buffalo!
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Friday. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. Indeed, we are all missing Michael here today and feeling a little envious, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because he's got a great backdrop. He's at Niagara Falls for stop number 11 of our 50 States in 50 Weeks trip around the country. Hey, Michael, we are just salivating at those beautiful views.
all right, Deb, you can always come out and join me anytime you're ready. But Niagara Falls is not only is this one of the 7 natural wonders of North America, it's also the oldest state park in the entire country, you guys. It was established in 1885. It was the inspiration for the entire New York State park system. And coming up, we're going even further back to look at the history of the indigenous people who call this land home. Will.
All right, Michael, we're looking forward to that. You got a lot in store for us this hour. Also in New York this morning, in Western New York, is our Lori Bergamotto. She's bringing us to Buffalo as she has some fun with the inimitable Bill's Mafia.
And we'll have much more from Lori and Michael ahead. But first, a look at the top stories breaking at 8, starting with the breaking news in the Charlie Kirk killing investigation. A suspect is in custody after the prominent conservative activist was gunned down at an event at a Utah college on Wednesday. We go back now to our chief national correspondent, Matt Gutman, on the scene with the very latest. Good morning again, Matt.
Hey, Rebecca, just moments ago, the governor of Utah going in a press conference and saying, we got him. What we are understanding from authorities is that late last night, a family member of that suspect, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, asked his son to turn himself in, and eventually he was turned in to U.S. Marshals, agreeing to be taken in. The FBI and state authorities say they have additional incriminating evidence against him, linking him to the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Just moments ago, authorities announcing in a press conference a suspect is in custody who they believe shot and killed conservative activist Charlie Kirk.
We got him.
Authorities identifying 22-year-old Tyler Robinson.
On the evening of September 11th, a family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident.
This after President Trump announced on Fox and Friends that a suspect was in custody.
I think with a high degree of certainty, we have him in custody, right? In custody.
Overnight, authorities releasing new video showing the suspect fleeing the scene and narrating the suspect's movements moments after that shot rang out in front of thousands.
The suspect ran behind that upper building. He's going to come out on the right, moves to this far right corner. As he does, he's going to climb off the edge and then drop down to the ground.
The suspect then seen leaving the scene. He goes from a jog to a walk. Authorities believe the sniper waited and watched on the roof for over 20 minutes, perched more than 100 yards from Kirk, and pulling the trigger at 12:23 p.m. after Kirk answered a question about mass shootings.
Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
This video then appearing to show a person on top of a nearby building running away the moment after the shot is fired. Kirk was a 31-year-old father of two and a close ally of the Trump administration. Now, both the governor of Utah, Spencer Cox, and the FBI director, Kash Patel, thanking the public for their assistance. 11,000 tips have come in so far. They also say that that incriminating information was sent in on Discord, that they've intercepted those messages, including about the rifle and the ammunition that they have found. Deborah.
Matt, we know you'll stay on the details there for us. We're going to turn now to Prince Harry's surprise visit to Ukraine, and he's expected to meet with Ukrainian Prime Minister. Maggie Rulli has that story. Good morning, Maggie.
Hey, good morning, Deborah. Yeah, this was a surprise this morning. Prince Harry hopped on the overnight train to the country's capital of Kyiv, and he told reporters on the way that he really wanted to humanize the people involved in this war. Now, in addition to meeting with the Prime Minister, we also expect him to meet with some 200 Ukrainian veterans. The focus of this trip is really on the rehabilitation of Ukrainian soldiers. And guys, we know this is something that's so important to the prince. He served 10 years in the military, including 2 tours in Afghanistan. He started the Invictus Games back in 2014, and he has been to Ukraine before. In April, he visited a rehabilitation center in the western part of the country, but this is his first time in Kyiv, a place we have to remember that the Russians are currently bombing regularly. Now, guys, this has been a big week for the prince. He was just in the UK for the last 4 days, where he had a meeting with his father, King Charles, the first time the two of them have met face to face in 19 months. Will?
A busy trip for Harry. Maggie, thank you for that. And we're going to stay overseas now in Vatican City, an historic concert happening live tomorrow. And James Longman is in Vatican City with a preview. James, good morning to you.
Hi, Will. Yeah, different kind of history is about to be made here at Vatican City with a first-of-its-kind concert right down there in St. Peter's Square, right outside the Vatican. You can see all the chairs lined up. We've got a pretty great view up here. Global superstars are going to be taking the stage. Pharrell Williams, Jennifer Hudson, Andrea Bocelli. I think it's fair to say this American Pope really does have rock star appeal. It is actually Pope Leo's birthday on Sunday, so we'll see if he makes an appearance. Alongside the music, there's going to be an incredible light and sound show. Going to have something like 3,000 drones above the Vatican, making images of the Sistine Chapel. So I think just about everybody in Rome is going to be able to see this. This year is actually a Jubilee year for the Vatican, which means pilgrims come from all over the world to discuss issues that are important to them. This weekend is a meeting on fraternity, which means that global leaders basically are discussing ways to bring us all together. And that is what this is all about. Pharrell Williams has said he wants music to create a message of unity and grace. And I think that's something we all need right now in this divided time. So if you want to watch, it's at 3 p.m. tomorrow, streams live on Disney+, on Hulu, and on ABC News Live. Guys.
All right. What a great message, right?
Absolutely.
All about unity. Well, coming up in our GMA morning menu, a story we've been following on 2020 for all summer long, a murder mystery, a Maryland mom killed in her home more than 20 years ago, and how detectives finally cracked that case.
Also ahead, Ed Sheeran's new era of music, dropping his 8th studio album, and a new video overnight, and one song has special meaning to his family. We've got all the details coming up in pop news.
Plus, K-pop group Aespa is here. They're catching up with some super fans.
Look at the fans.
Look at their arrival to the adoring crowd. They're getting ready to perform for us here in studio live, and Michael is live at Niagara Falls. Hey, dude.
Yes, I am, Will. And you know, beyond the power and natural beauty of the falls, this is also a very spiritual place. We're going to tell you about the significance to the indigenous culture here, and Lori Bergamotto is just south of here having some fun with the members of the Bills Mafia. That's all coming up right here on GMA.
My young American heart, my young American.
We're going to go back to Michael, who's at Niagara Falls, for the New York stop in our 50 States in 50 Week series. Michael,
so beautiful there, Michael.
Thank you for this eye candy. It's spectacular.
Oh, it really is. I mean, to be here in person is unbelievable, you two. And you know, the name Niagara comes from the Iroquois word that means thunder of water. The Iroquois are just one of the many nations of indigenous people in this region. And we spent some time with another one of them, the Tuscaroras, and found out why this land is so important to them. More than 700,000 gallons of roaring water rush from Niagara Falls every second. To stand in its presence is magnificent.
It's also a hugely spiritual place. You know, we understand that there's certain power there, and I think we can all feel it when you go to the falls. You can feel it in the air.
It's an energy generation of the Tuscarora Nation, who historically settled in the Niagara Falls region, revere.
This is a photo of Chief Lil Henry Geha. He was the chief who held the title Segwit right before me.
In 2020, by nomination of his clan mother, Brennan Ferguson transitioned into the role.
It's an ancient tradition that we still uphold. Really what you're doing is you're trying to relieve the grief of a community that lost leaders. And then at the end of it, you can stand up new leaders.
5 years into what is a lifelong appointment, Chief Ferguson is now tasked with upholding and caring for the things his people hold dear, like the falls.
There's two main points: our connection with the rest of creation, you know, nature. We have these other parts of the world, you know, for us to use to survive. And we're just thankful, and we acknowledge it's really evident in our ceremonies and in the language and even in our treaties. And each of us have equal rights to it. But none of us can exploit it. We can't take more than we need.
Along with the rest of his community.
What's great is all the names you can see, who lived where, and follow your family.
He's preserving a rich history that was nearly erased by American assimilation efforts.
And the idea was to take Native children off the reservation from their families and put them in boarding schools to force them to speak English, to change their religion to American religions, to live like Americans and not to be Native. It's really not ancient history. People that we know that are alive today are survivors of boarding schools.
My grandma gave me one of them.
Marissa Printup's grandma Nan was one. Now with every beaded stitch, she along with Robert Delamonte, her friend and co-owner of Tuscarora Woodworks, are making sure their people's voices are never silenced.
We like to say that art is how we express ourselves as Indigenous people. Craft is how we sustain ourselves, and community is the foundation for everything that we are as people.
Open for business on the Tuscarora Reservation for the last 12 years.
Their quaint storefront is decked with vibrant and authentic Haudenosaunee crafts, from beadwork to wood pieces.
Each of these has a meaning.
Every item with its own unique story to tell.
We're not profit-driven at all. We feel we have a responsibility to give back to our community that supports us, to uplift Indigenous people, to teach both Indigenous and non-Indigenous people about our culture, about our ways.
Their shared hope with leaders like Chief Brennan and Vince is that their work in preserving and educating others about their ways serves as a reminder to their people and the world.
An old phrase that shows up a lot in ceremonial language in Tuscarora is Twit Nayigwat Nawadi. And it means we're still moving around. And what that means is that we're still here, we're still making cornbread, we're still planting corn, we're still singing our songs, and it's still happening. And that's what keeps us alive as a people, and that's what's gonna keep us going into the future.
Go ahead, cue. I am here with Aaron Printup, who is a member of the Tuscarora Nation Beaver Clan, and a group of dancers from the Tuscarora and Seneca Nation. They're performing a traditional fish dance for us right And Aaron, we know the singer kicking off the dance with an announcement. Can you tell us what's happening with the announcement today?
Yeah, so what Aaron did is he announced in Seneca the next song that we're going to be singing and dancing. He also announced the lead singers and dancers as well, and he said that we will be dancing the fish dance.
And what's the significance of the fish dance?
So the fish dance is one of our many social dances that we have among the Haudenosaunee.
And our social dances are meant for entertainment, enjoyment, and really creating a sense of community and interaction among our community members.
And when you hear fish dance, why would you name it fish dance? Why is it called fish dance?
So this dance, the story goes, it originated because our people really appreciated the fish, which was a part of their sustenance, a part of what helped to support the life of the communities. And so this dance symbolizes, if you watch at certain points, the dancers weave in and out.
Yeah.
And that kind of symbolizes what they saw with the fish as they swam up the rivers, spawning as well.
And even the direction in which they dance is important.
Yes, with our social dances, we always dance counterclockwise. In the Haudenosaunee belief, we believe that that's the direction that life goes.
And you only go counter the other way in death? Is that
yeah, certain ceremonies we have where we dance the counterclockwise ways also.
Okay, well, it's absolutely beautiful, and like I said, it's a very social dance, community dance.
Yeah. And so Alan knows many of our social dance songs. We have 20, 25, 30 different types of social dances, and this dance here has about, let's say, 30 to 45 different songs that Alan's running through his repertoire on right now.
35 to 40 different songs.
Yep.
That's a lot of dance.
Yeah, and that's a lot of memory as well for Alan, who, like I said, knows many of our social dance songs.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate this. It's really beautiful, and it's great to get a chance to see everyone do the fish dance and understand the significance behind it.
Yeah, another interesting thing about our social dances, Michael, is that if you notice, if you watch the dancers, each dancer dances their way. There's no specific step for the dance. Each dancer is an individual, and it's up to them to create their step and their dance for the song.
Well, we appreciate you coming here and explaining everything and creating this special moment for us on GMA. Really appreciate it. It's beautiful.
And now more of our series, 50 States in 50 Weeks. This morning, we're in a New York state of mind with Lori Bergamotto. Bergamotto's in Buffalo, as in Bills fans, counting down Sunday's game. Well, we're excited to see you. Hey, Lori, what's going on?
Hey, Sam, no one is more excited than I am to be here in Buffalo with Bills Mafia. We are here at the Big Tree Inn. It is a spot that is famous for tailgating and celebrating, hopefully, all of those Bills wins. And joining me today, we've got fans from the Water Buffalo Club and, yeah, there they are, and this amazing chef, Darian Bryan, who is the owner of Bratz Hill and also a private chef to some of the Bills. Am I right? Did you have a fancy dinner?
You're right about that. Last night I cooked for 16 of them, so it was a really good time. Them boys can eat.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, speaking of eating, you're going to show us how to make a great game day favorite called beef on weck. Now we know, Buffalo's all about the buffalo wing. We know it's famous here, guys. But beef on weck is a fabulous Buffalo tradition. Tell me a little bit about why that is.
This was introduced to the Buffalo area in 1800 by the Germans. Thank you, Germans, for bringing this to Buffalo. And as you can see, it's so Buffalo, it's rustic. It got grit to it, you know what I mean? Perfect tailgate bite. Let's jump to it.
Let's do it. Show me how we make it. Okay, so we start with the bread,
first,
right?
we gotta slice this nice and thin. I got some pre-sliced already.
Okay, great. I'm gonna use the pre-sliced.
Pre-sliced?
Yeah. You don't need me cutting on live TV,
Just
Chef
to
Darian.
show them how it's done, all right?
Okay.
Then we're gonna use the butter.
Butter, that I can do.
To brush the top.
Okay.
So we're gonna dip. This in the
And it's really all about the bread,
all
right?
about the bread.
Isn't this bread? You can only really get this in Buffalo, right?
We got salt and the celery seed right here.
Okay. Oh, this already smells good.
Look at that.
All right. Dip,
That's just beautiful.
And then what's next?
We're gonna open this up, so we're gonna.
All right.
Step by step, all right? Then we're gonna go in with the rare beef right here. We're gonna dip it.
This right in.
In the au jus, you know what I mean?
Dipping
Dip it
in
in
the
there.
au jus. Okay, yeah. Really
Couple of seconds.
marinate it.
Let it sit in there, absorb all the flavor.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Oh, that looks amazing.
Look at that. It's all in my mouth right now, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Then we're gonna put it right on the road, just like that.
And
Do
then,
you like spice?
I like a little spice, a little bit.
Some horseradish right here, we're gonna spread it on.
Horseradish,
This
okay.
depends on how spicy you like it.
I don't like too much
I'm
spice,
Jamaican, we
Chef
like it
Darian.
spicy, so I'm gonna go for it. So
Okay.
put a little bit on top.
Oh, I got balance in here. All right, great. Okay, let's dig in, you guys.
We're gonna put the cap on. Watch your fingers.
I will watch.
We're gonna, yep,
Slice
just
it in
like
half.
that.
Okay.
You know what time it is.
I know what to do. When there's a sandwich involved.
And what
okay.
we're gonna do, we're gonna
All right.
dip it the real
Dip it.
buffalo way. We're
Okay,
gonna
do
go
it.
right
Show
in.
me. Right in. Okay,
Yeah,
guys,
there
go
you
ahead and
go.
have a bite.
Right in.
For the fans. But while everybody's eating this, oh my God, this smells so good. I do want to talk to one of our super fans here, Maria. Maria, how long have you been a Buffalo Bills fan?
I've been a Buffalo Bills fan for 30 years, since I was in high school back in the Jim Kelly days.
I love it. Go Bills. And also, you're part of a special club, right? Tell me about the club.
Yes, we are all part of the Water Buffalo Club. We are all super fans. We are a loyal herd of Buffalo Bills fans, and we're all about supporting our community and having lots of fun at our tailgate every week at the Big Tree Inn.
That's right. We love that. And speaking of community, I want to talk about somebody else who's right next to me. This is Lisa Dawkins, aka Mama Docs, right?
Good morning, everybody.
Superstar Deion Dawkins, aka Snowman's mama.
Snowman's mama.
So, Mama Docs, tell us, what's it like to be part of this community?
Well, first of all, this is a delicious community, as you can tell. We have the best food in Buffalo, and it's all family oriented.
We love that. And one more time, guys, let's get a Go Bills. Go Bills!
Go
We picked the right person to be in Buffalo. Lori made me an honorary Buffalo Bills Mafia person last year, I believe. Coming up, Ed Sheeran's new music. If it's new and Ed Sheeran's got it, Lara's got it. And also a new music video. What he says inspired it. Stick with us.
Welcome back to GMA, live from New York City.
I want everyone to just take in that.
Yes. Take it all in. Yeldon, take me away. And Lara, take us away to pop news.
I sure will. I just was enjoying the scenery. Happy Friday, everybody.
Yay.
We have a lot to talk about, starting with brand new music from Grammy winner Ed Sheeran. Here's a little taste. Yes, his new album, Play, dropped overnight, featuring 13 songs, including ones we already know and love, like Sapphire and Azizam. And also new hits, like this one. It's called Camera. Here's the video. It just dropped overnight. This sounds like a hit in the making, if you ask me.
That's going to play it. Smile. So many
So
weddings.
many weddings.
So many
Yes, I
weddings.
remember how you looked. Yes. Sheeran says he was inspired by personal home movies, but he didn't want to use the real ones for a music video. So he recreated scenes with the role of his wife being played by Bridgerton star Phoebe Denver.
That's who
Sheeran
that is.
also revealing that this new album is the start of a whole new era of music for him, having just wrapped up his mathematics tour. Now it's time for Stereo, which begins today with this album called Play, as I said. Next up is an album called Rewind. Play streams everywhere starting today.
All right.
Always love new music by Ed Sheeran.
Everybody loves him. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, he's got the formula.
Yeah.
He's really good, and he writes it, and he plays it, and he's
And
just
this
a
one's
nice guy.
romantic.
Yeah.
Just-
And I respect him even more now for keeping the real videos under wraps.
I
Just
do.
for them.
Yep,
Good
absolutely.
for him.
And this one's for Deb, everyone. Opening in theaters nationwide today, the Crowley family's final bow in the third and final Downton Abbey. It's the film version here. Yeah, this one's called Downton Abbey, the grand finale. The movie will tie up all the loose ends, Deb, for the characters you know and love, almost all of whom are back. Also appearing, though, in the send-off, Paul Giamatti is joining the cast, which is also celebrating, the cast is celebrating a real-life love story that was made possible by the beloved show. Laura Carmichael, there she is with Michael C.
Who
Fox.
plays Lady Edith.
Yes, exactly, and he plays Footman Andrew Parker.
Yeah.
The pair
They really
recently
fell in love
revealed that
together.
they fell in love. They got married 10
Yeah.
years after meeting on the set. Their lives have been shaped by this show, needless to say. They welcomed a child together back in 2021, and now they're making it official. You can see both of their characters in Downton Abbey, the grand finale, It hits theaters today, and I know where you will be.
I think I will
Miss
be there.
Roberts.
I will be missing Dame Maggie Smith, though,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Violet with those little quips.
Little moments.
But I'm sure they're going to have some
Remember,
good ones in there.
I played her one Halloween, and I had a famous line where she says, "What is a weekend?"
Oh,
Yes, what's a weekend, right.
Because her life is a weekend.
That's right. That's true. I love
Did I
that.
nail it?
You nailed it.
Still got it? I'll keep my day job. Finally, guys, I want to celebrate sustainable fashion. Ginger, where are you? She's such a champion for this. Well, for the first time in New York Fashion Week's 82-year history, Goodwill will show a collection on the catwalk. The charitable thrift company is teaming up with designer Evan Hirsch to transform secondhand clothing into upscale fashion. Hirsch's collab with Goodwill began in March when a video of him reworking a $6 red dress. I don't think that's it because it's red. It went viral. Hopefully we have the video, but there are over 20. There it is. Thank you. There are over 25 looks in his collection that's being shown. He's calling it Found Opulence.
This
which
makes
I think
total
is
sense,
great.
though, right?
Hirsch has been posting some of the looks. 15 will be auctioned off, guys, after the event. Proceeds go to Goodwill's workforce development programs. They do such great work.
Yeah.
The Found Opulence design show will hit the runway tomorrow here in New York City.
And you have to remember, people donate things, so there are some big items
And
sometimes
by the
at
way,
Goodwill.
I donate a lot of the clothes that I wear on GMA. I think you're very generous.
We may see some of your items on the runway.
I hope, I can only hope, but I love that he's doing that, and there's so many great pieces out there, and it's just smart.
Because with a little upcycling, it can be incredible.
It sure can.
There you go.
I can turn this coffee table into a bar. But I digress. We want to get back to Michael's. Michael is in Niagara Falls, giving us a beautiful view this morning. Hi, Michael.
Hey, Lara, I am at Niagara Falls, as you said, for our 50 States and 50 Weeks tour. And it is just one of the things that makes us love New York. Here's a look at some more of all those things that we love about this state in 90 seconds. Greetings from New York, the Empire State. Originally named New Netherland before being seized from the Dutch in 1664, New York has long played a key position in the United States. In fact, it's actually the nation's first capital. Home to Ellis Island, the gateway of America, where millions of immigrants were greeted by Lady Liberty as they made entry to the U.S. It's been said, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Just ask native New Yorkers Jay-Z, J-Lo, Whoopi Goldberg, Barbara Streisand, President Trump, and Cardi B. But the Big Apple has birthed more than just big names. It's the epicenter of the gay rights movement, ignited by the Stonewall riots in 1969. The birthplace of hip-hop in 1973. New York is also home to the nation's first pizzeria. When it comes to money, New York's got plenty. The NYC Federal Reserve Bank is home to the largest gold storage in the world. New York City is featured in over 250,000 movies, making it one of the most cinematic states.
Superheroes in New York? Give me a break.
It's up to you. Frank Sinatra put it best. Hi, I am here with Tina Mount Pleasant, an artist from the Tuscarora Nation Turtle Clan, who creates traditional craft like raised beadwork. And Tina, thank you so much for joining us. And tell us the significance of raised beadwork in the Tuscarora.
Yeah, so the Tuscarora Nation is the one who started the raised beadwork kind of form. And we've been known for this for hundreds of years.
And you started when you were really young.
I did, yes. So my earliest memory was when I wasn't even in school yet, so 4 or 5. I remember sitting at the table with my mom, grandmother, aunts, and we were all learning together. So I've been creating for over 35 years now.
And you said when you have a rough day, this is meditation for you to actually do this.
It is. This is my peace, this is my calm, this is what I love to do.
And tell us the connection between the raised beadwork and the falls.
Yeah, so I brought a piece with me today. As you can see, this one, it says from Niagara Falls.
Yes.
So this was a raised beadwork created by my ancestors. And they would sell these kind of souvenirs and trinkets here at the brink of the falls to all of the tourists that came through the mid-1800s into the 1900s here.
And this one was made when?
So early 1900s. So
early 1900s?
Yeah, so probably 1920.
Wow.
Yes.
And it's still beautiful.
Yes, it's in great condition.
Yeah, it really is.
For sure.
Not one bead is missing.
So I do have a gift for all of you at Good Morning America today. This was a raised beadwork that I created for you to take home with you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Coming back with gifts. I love it. Tina, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
You guys were coming back with raised beadwork gifts here from the falls, courtesy of Tina.
Beautiful. Really beautiful. Love a nice
Spectacular,
gift.
Michael. Thank you.
Now to a murder mystery as we kick off our fall season for 2020. This one surrounding a Maryland mom found dead in her home and the detectives who cracked that case after more than 2 decades. Stephanie Ramos is back with a first look at this 2020 investigation. Hi, Stephanie.
Hey there, Deborah. So many twists and turns in this story. Back in 2001, the murder of a wife and mother really rocked a suburban community outside Washington, D.C. The case that just recently wrapped up in court took more than 2 decades to solve. And the biggest twist of all came when investigators uncovered the killer's close and unexpected connection to the victim.
Hands up! What's going on? What is this about?
This is the moment of a shocking arrest. A cold case cracked after nearly 25 years.
Honey, your DNA was in the crime scene.
Eugene Gligor, taken into custody, charged with the murder of Leslie Prier. In May of 2001, Leslie should have left her home in Chevy Chase, Maryland to go to work, but Leslie never showed up. When police arrived, they found Leslie dead. Eventually, they find a critical piece of evidence, unknown male DNA at the scene. Her husband, for years, the prime suspect, dying without knowing who killed her. The murder rocking her community.
Police are asking residents to be on the alert to report anything suspicious that might lead to an arrest. I remember standing in front of that home. It troubled me that this woman's killer hadn't been found. But nearly a quarter century went by before we heard anything more about it.
We were just such a tight-knit family and loved each other very much.
For Lauren Prier, memories of life before her mother's murder are bittersweet.
It's one of the last trips I went on with my mom.
By 2024, detectives Tara Augustin and Allison Dupuy have spent a year and a half searching public genetic genealogy databases for any connections to that unknown DNA found at the crime scene.
What made you think you could find the killer?
We knew that there was DNA evidence, and that is huge for cold cases. We can use genealogy to try to identify a suspect.
This high match, that's an awesome shared match.
Was that your aha moment?
I remember I said, Allie, come over here and look at this. I think I really have a break.
She finds a name closer to home than Lauren could have ever expected.
I said, "Are you sure?" And she said, "Yes, it's him. He almost got away with it."
Tonight, you'll hear all about the sting operation authorities conducted pulling an unsuspecting Eugene Gligor off an airport security line to obtain his DNA. And you won't believe his connection to the daughter, Lauren Prier, who you just heard from, and her family. You can watch all of it tonight on an all-new 2-hour 2020, guys.
And Stephanie, you have been on this all summer, so we will look forward to all those details.
Thank you.
All right, now to the global premiere of the trailer for Lilith Fair, Building a Mystery. The documentary will take us behind the scenes of Sarah McLachlan's history-making all-female music tour. It debuts on Hulu and Disney Plus on September 21st. But here's a look right now.
Singer Sarah McLachlan has launched an all-female tour.
This was the first time you'd seen anything like it.
Finding out that all of my favorite artists had played at this event.
The Lilith Fair bill is incredible.
Paula Cole, Suzanne Bigot,
Erica Badu,
Sinead O'Connor, Missy Elliott, Sarah McLachlan, Sheryl Crow, Jewel. I was in disbelief that I'd never heard of it before.
Promoter said, "You can't put two women on the same bill. People won't come." That's complete. And it put a huge fire under my butt to prove them wrong.
There wasn't a lot of support for women. We weren't able to do what it was we knew we could do.
Representation for women in rock music wasn't there.
And worse, you're being pitted against each other.
Look at all these summer festivals. They're all male-dominated.
Lilith became a freight train. Like, holy smokes, this took on a life of its own.
I've waited my whole life for this. Is this the camera I look into when I cry?
Do that Sheryl Crow thing.
But if you stand up for something, there is going to be an equal and opposite reaction.
Jerry Falwell is going after the Lilith Fair. Says the tour is named for a demon.
We had a bomb threat. People want to blow us up.
I'd never seen that kind of anger. But progress, as we know, always finds a way.
I'm grateful to be here today. My heart is truly glad.
Sarah McLachlan brings out the love in all of us.
Woo! My welcome into the industry was by Sarah McLachlan and Bonnie Raitt.
Nothing changed me until I witnessed for the first time Lilith Fair.
Women singer-songwriters in the 90s, I'm constantly looking to them for inspiration. They're my northern stars.
This is much bigger than what we even thought it could be. We changed the world a little bit.
This has been an amazing ride. I've loved every minute of it.
Let's get this Friday started. Back now with K-pop sensation Aespa. This year, they were named Group of the Year at the Billboard Women in Music. And as they celebrate the release of their 6th mini album called Rich Man, this morning they're performing the title track of that live. Take it away, this quartet, Aespa.
My mom said to me, find someone who can give you everything. And I said, Mom, I already have everything. I am a rich man. I am a rich man. I am a rich man. I'm a carousel. I am a rich man. I'm a carousel. I am a rich man. I'm my own biggest fan. I'm a high man. I am a rich man. Don't care about what they say. They try to mess up, but can touch mine. They need what I'm racing. My name is where my name is. I am a rich man. That's me. I'm reckless. Got a strong mind, but you don't shake me. Got focus on my mind. Running to the sound. It's no drama. Exit is my next step. Just simply 'cause that is how I got everything. Ooh, I am a rich man. The way you look, you know it's so point my perfectly. Baby, I'm a rich man. I am a rich man. I'm the one being better with myself and myself. I am a rich man. Rich man, la 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 la. I am what I am, la 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 la. I am a rich man, la 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 la. I am what I am, la 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 la. I am a rich man. Don't care about what they say. They tryna push out, can be my piece. Most things okay, see my name is where my name is. I am a rich man. Don't need the money, yeah I see it. Rich man.
Thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you for watching.
You can check out What You Need to Know anytime on Disney+.
Have a great weekend, everybody.